later. All right, here we go. So again, I'm Kiki Strickland, the founder of Friendship Mixers, which I started during the pandemic because I realized I needed a little bit more interaction as we were all at home. And I was missing my friends, not able to see some of my friends, lost touch with some friends. And I just wanted to meet new ladies and not just in my area. So Friendship Mixers is actually in different cities, mainly on the East Coast at this time. We are in the following cities right now: New York, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore, Northern Virginia, Alexandria, Virginia, also Fredericksburg, Virginia, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Boston, Raleigh, Durham, and Chicago. We will soon be in the following cities. We're taking our time though, no rush. If you know ladies in these areas, let them know that we're coming eventually. Miami, Houston, LA, Seattle, Dallas, Texas, and we've actually already had a few ladies from London, and we hope to get more, and then eventually South Africa. We are a very diverse group of ladies, multicultural. Here's some actual photos of some of our mixers in person. You are attending our virtual mixer, which is monthly, so that we can all get together. But here are some pictures of some of our in-person get-togethers, brunches, happy hours, a winery, you name it. And when you all get together, please remember to take photos and send them to me or post them in our private platform. This is actually our Martha's Vineyard trip where we rent a house. And we are going back to Martha's Vineyard, and you all can join us. This was actually 2 weeks ago at our Fredericksburg brunch we had at Fork and Biscuit. And this was actually this weekend. We went to a singles ministry event. This guy jumped in our photo. And again, we're going back to Martha's Vineyard. We already have the dates for next year. If you can make these dates, which is a week, it's 7 days, Oak Bluffs, contact me ASAP if you want a spot in the house that we are renting. All right, so we also have tribes. These are a few of our tribes, and a tribe is a smaller group of ladies that have something in common or are interested in learning something together in our organization. Single ladies, wives club, entrepreneurs, divorce care, which is going to start up next month in August. Financial Peace University, if you're working on your finances. We have Moms United for our parents, our moms. Fitness Chicks for those who like to work out. And we do work out every Monday through Friday at noon together. We also have Bible study. We have a natural hair care tribe, which I think is meeting on Saturday virtually. Movie buffs. Now, I did post a couple of movies that we're seeing in my area. I'm in the Washington, D.C., Maryland area. So we're going to see When the Crawdads Sing and Nope, the new Jordan Peele movie. So you guys should do that in your areas too. We also have a wine lovers tribe, which needs a leader. Book lovers club will be meeting soon. And an overcoming health challenges. That's for ladies who are dealing with some kind of medical issue right now. And you just want to meet with other ladies that are going through something similar, just to vent and talk, pray, whatever you guys want to do. We also need a leader for that though. We also have some swag. You can get merchandise from our website. And the website is friendshipmixers.com. We're having a membership drive right now, so it's a very low cost to become a member for a year. Or if you just wanted to try it out, you could do the monthly membership and cancel at any time. All right, so join us today. Become an official member. Let me admit everybody that's in the waiting room. Hold on. And again, the website is friendshipmixers.com. All right, so that's a little bit about our organization. We are on Meetup in your area for just a short time, just to introduce you to us, see if you like us. If you do, become an official member so you won't lose touch when we do leave meetup.com. And now we want to find out a little bit about you. What we're going to do for our icebreaker tonight is play a little game called Ditto. You might have learned it as some other name, but I call it Ditto. And that just means as one person is sharing about their life, if you have something in common with them, you put Ditto in the chat. For example, I'm going to start and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I'm from California, born and raised, went to Howard University. I have 3 older sisters. I'm the baby. I work for a university. I work in fundraising. Now, if any of those are similar to you, then you would type ditto and then whatever that thing is. So for instance, I'm putting ditto in California if you're from California. So does any, okay, there's a ditto. Please, yes, all right. So based on those things, I'm going to call on people that have put ditto in the chat. And what I want you to do is just tell us a little bit about yourself, what kind of work you do, where you're from, married, single, whatever you want to share. And ladies, be listening, because if you have anything in common with them, then don't forget to put ditto in the chat and what that is. And then I'll call on you to share. So let's go with Chandra, who is also the baby in the family.
Hi, I'm Chandra, and I live in New Jersey. I just moved here from Maryland, from the Maryland area. I'm originally from New Jersey, but spent 8 years in Maryland and was finally rescued to get out of there, thank God. And I'm an analytical chemist by trade, and I have a cat named Shadow.
Love it, love it. Okay. I'm surprised there aren't more people that have cats. Wait a minute now. All right, thank you. Let's go with Victoria, who's also from California.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Victoria, and I'm from California. I just moved to this area about 6 months ago. And right now, what I'm doing right now for work is in recruitment for a payment processing company. And I'm single, no children, not married. So I'm just looking to expand my social network. Since I just got here, I'm in Maryland, not too far from DC, about 25 minutes. Yeah.
I was going to ask you because you said this area, but we have ladies from all over.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Maryland, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. How about Stacy?
Hey everybody, I'm Stacy. I live in Maryland, right outside of DC in Silver Spring. I moved here about a year ago from Charlotte, North Carolina, but I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I'm engaged. I have no children. I have a cat, and I like to read.
Love it. You might want to join our book lovers club. Then we talk about what we're reading. We're not necessarily reading the same book, but we talk about what we've read within the last couple of months.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome. All right, let's hear from Susan.
Hey, sorry, I was trying to turn my camera on there. I'm in the Boston area. I love to exercise. I lead the turn the videos on and play them during our exercise classes on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm a writer. I also like to read. I usually have a few books going at the same time. I guess that gives you a flavor.
Great. All right. Oh, another writer, Leandra. Before we hear from Leandra, though, I'm going to call on Erin and then Joan, since you had ditto in the chat earlier. And for those of you that just came in, as the ladies are talking, if there's anything similar to you, put ditto in the chat on what that is. Okay, Erin, Joan, and then I'll call on someone else.
Hi, everybody. I'm Erin. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I've lived in New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Georgia, Florida, and now I live in Chicago. I've always been a caregiver. I took care of my parents and my grandfather when he had Alzheimer's. I put myself through college. I'm the first person in my family to go to college. I have spent my entire life taking care of others and putting others first. And I have never figured out how to make friends because I've been too busy. So I had hoped to join this friendship mixer to figure out a way to meet people in Chicago, but it looks like none of you are in Chicago. But the search for friendship is what brings us all here. So I'm glad to spend this next hour with you all.
Yeah, there are people from Chicago, and one just said ditto. Woohoo! All right, Joan is next, and then Leandra.
Okay, this is Joan / Nicole. I'm from Maryland. I'm married, no children. I'm an introvert. I love sports, NBA, NFL, Formula One racing, UFC, and reality TV. I also like to garden, and I love outdoors, trying outdoor sports.
Aha, we got some gardeners. Yes. All right, Leandra.
I'm muted.
There.
Yeah. So I'm in Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, and I'm a writer. I was a journalist for about 8 years, and I've been freelancing for the last 6 months. It's been exciting. And let's see, not married. I was engaged, but never married, no kids. And yeah, I wanted to join the group because I tend to make a lot of guy friends, but I just don't have a good circle of females.
Got it. Yep. Thank you. All right, Ra, and then Pooja, and then Joy. So for Ra, it said R-A-H. I'm not sure if it's Ra or if maybe that's your initials.
I'm here. I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Okay.
can now. Thanks.
All right. So I'm from New York, but I lived in multiple states, including Massachusetts. I lived in Virginia, Georgia, and a few other states. I have 2 kids, 21 and 10. I own a vending business, but I also work on a federal contract currently with FEMA. And I live in Maryland. And I decided to join this group because I was looking to expand my social network.
Great, thank you. Pooja?
Hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Pooja. I also live in, I think there's some Aaron. I also live in Chicago. I've been here for the last decade or so. I'm also single, not married. I work in the mental health field. So the last couple of years has been interesting to say the least. I'm hoping to get back out there and do stand-up comedy. That was sort of one of my hobbies, and just watching a lot of comedy keeps me going. And well, I guess for different reasons, it's been difficult for me to make a strong network of female friends. I think I'm in my 30s, and I think as women tend to pair off and have kids, it's harder to find individuals that have time, single women that have time and interested in meeting up. So I'm hoping to expand that network, maybe meet people locally in Chicago. I used to live in DC, and I love DC and Maryland. And then I moved back here to Chicago. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. We definitely want to hear some comedy one day. We actually had a comedy night last year, and I just found some clips of different things, skits from Saturday Night Live and stand-up comics. So if we could have some live comedy, that would be awesome.
It's a work in progress. I mean, I took several classes and then performed in February of 2020, right before the pandemic started.
Oh my goodness.
And then the world shut down. So I'm hoping to muster up some.
Well, we'll be your guinea pigs. You can test out your jokes on us. All right, great. So Joy. I see you, and I see that you're not on mute, but I don't hear you. Can you hear us, Joy?
I can hear you. Hold
there
on
you are. Okay.
Okay, is that better? Can you hear me now? All right, wonderful. My name is Joy Sanders. I live in Snellville, Georgia, in the metro Atlanta area. I'm the chapter director for the Atlanta chapter for Friendship Mixers. And we are actually getting together this Sunday for brunch in downtown Stone Mountain. So to see you around 1 o'clock.
Awesome. Yes, Joy is the chapter director for our Atlanta chapter. Curlay, who I don't see tonight, let me check. So we have 2 pages, is our Boston chapter director. And I don't see Latasha, who is over our Charlotte chapter. We are looking for someone to be over our New York chapter and our Chicago chapter. So if you know you have leadership skills, if you know you like to plan events and you have a heart for ladies, then definitely contact me and we can get you set up as the leader there. All right, is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves who didn't get a chance to with our Ditto game?
Yes, I'm Tanya.
Okay, Tanya, and then Sobian. I saw you waving your hand, and Timor, I see your hand, and Crystal. Okay, great.
Is there anything in particular that you?
Just a little bit about you, where you're from, what kind of work you do.
Okay, something happened.
We're gonna start with Tanya.
Okay, Tanya Petty. I live in outside of Boston. I'm originally from upstate New York, Albany, and I work in 2 areas of education. I work as a speech therapy assistant and also as a chaplain at an area college. Yeah, and I've lived in a few different cities in the Northeast. That's
awesome. Okay, great. And Tanya just joined us on our Martha's Vineyard trip that I was just mentioning. Hopefully you'll be able to come again next year. Oh, here's Curlay coming in too. Who did I say was next? Crystal?
Oh. Hi, hello everybody. My name is Crystal. I just joined the group just recently. The name actually, when it came across in my email, and I said, wow, friendship mixers, that sounds like something that I would definitely be interested in. I'm 51, I have 2 children, one's 30, one's 16. And so, I'm approaching the empty nester stage in life. And so I just wanted to get out here and just meet some women that to connect with, brunch with, do activities with. I'm so sorry I missed this trip that you just said, because I have always wanted to go there. So maybe next year. But I'm just happy to join and meet new ladies with common interests and to just have fun.
Awesome. And I'm sorry, what city?
Excuse me, I'm from Maryland.
Which city?
Oh, Crofton. I live in Crofton.
Okay. Yes, I'm in Fort Washington, Maryland.
Oh, awesome. Okay, that's great.
Great. Okay. I have forgotten who I said next. Okay, Tamara, and then Sophia. I'm sorry.
Yes, no, go ahead. I believe it was Sobian.
Oh,
Is that
I
how you
think you're
pronounce
right.
it? You were next.
Hi, ladies. My name is Siobhan. I am here from New York City. Yeah, I actually found you guys on Meetup. I'm interested. Well, as I said, I live in New York City. I am in my 40s, my mid 40s. And I work for the Department of Education here in New York City. My goal is to, maybe possibly build some healthy friendships with women. I feel as though, there's a lot going on in the world today. And I feel like it's difficult to make good connections, especially when you live in a city like New York. Everybody's ripping and running. And, so I would like to build some meaningful, healthy friendships if possible. Yes, I'm a mom also. I have a 23-year-old daughter. I'm a wife. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Hi, and I'm sorry for butchering your name.
It's okay. It happens all the time.
Yeah, so my name is Tamara. I do pronounce it Tamara. I do get mail that says Pamela a lot. So I don't know. I'm still trying to pronounce my name correctly. So I will get the correct mail. But I'm 44. I have 2 boys, 13 and 15. And I am going through a separation at this time. I work in DC for the Department of Aging. So we work with older adults and also adults with disabilities as well. I'm a case manager. I live in Glen Burnie. So I think, Crystal, you said you were in Crofton. So that's not far from there. And I really like being outdoors. I like hiking and, just going for walks, going to different areas.
Great. Thank you. All right, we'll take one more. Brenda okay, we'll take Brenda and Carla.
Hey everyone, I'm sorry I'm late. My name is Brenda. I'm originally from New York. I live in Virginia and I'm here in Maryland for work. I work in healthcare. I'm a mom, also going to be an empty nester soon. I have a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old. And I'm here just to see good people, like meet good people, hopefully hang out, go to dinner, cocktails, whatever, just make good connections with like-minded people. So I'm excited to be here as well. Did you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah?
thank you. Go ahead, Carla. Carla's next. Carla Dickens.
There we go. It wouldn't unmute. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see all these beautiful women here, really doing the same thing, just trying to meet other beautiful women inside and out and establish some good relationships, and that's my goal too. I just moved to Philadelphia from DC. Actually, I lived in Maryland. But I lived in DC before then, and I'm in Philadelphia. I've been here for 6 months now. And I was hoping somebody would be here on Philly, but it's okay. I know there's a Philly chapter, so I'll figure it out. But for the same reason, to meet some, beautiful women that want to, have drinks or cocktails or read books or go out or just have fun and enjoy life. I have a daughter. I am an empty nester. She moved to LA last year. I'm divorced. I have a dog, a German Shepherd, and I'm an insurance broker. I'm actually still in DC twice a week, as my office is in Washington. So I'm doing the train thing and stuff, but I'm really glad to be here. And I'm feeling the real good positive energy from everybody. So thanks.
Awesome. And I'm sorry we couldn't hear from everyone. We have 32 ladies and we like to save time for one-on-one. We're all about promoting healthy female friendships and providing opportunities for you all to make new friends. So we always want to have a time of the one-on-one breakouts where you will get to talk with one other lady here. And hopefully there'll be a good connection, something in common. So we always want to save time for that. So I'm sorry we couldn't get to everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Someone's in the waiting room. Let me let her in. But that's all right. You can introduce yourself next time. And if you came in later, the first thing that I did was talk about who we are and what we're about and where we're located. So you can get the recording, start from the beginning. Let's talk about the video that I sent out or that I posted that talked about the myth of female friendships. Did anybody get to actually look at that and have any comments regarding what she was saying? I thought it was very interesting. She talked about how we mainly are more focused on romantic relationships, we don't really focus on how to grow our friendships. What did you guys think of what she was saying? Agree, disagree? And just jump in. You don't have to raise your hand. Just speak up.
This is Victoria.
Oh,
and
okay.
it was interesting, but it was very different for me. I had never heard anything like that. And everything that she talked about was the opposite of my experience. And so as I was listening to it, I was just kind of like, I wonder where this all came from, or like what motivated her to post it and to talk about these things in such detail. But it was definitely something I hadn't heard before. And I was like, yeah, I don't know that I would subscribe to her channel or something if this is sort of like what she's into, but it was definitely interesting.
Anyone else just jump in. I won't call on you, just speak up.
Hi, this is Erin. I also saw the video and it did not resonate with me at all. I don't know if it was generational because she's in her 20s, but she seemed to equate all of her friendships with what she learned on watching the Disney Channel. And I'm like, all right, like, let's take a step back. I get it. Like, there's all sorts of sitcoms and TV shows that are based on friendships, and they're also based on relationships. And any of us who have ever been in a relationship knows that the stuff we see in TV and movies really isn't reality. That's not how relationships are. You're not gonna like be swept off your feet by Prince Charming on a white horse. Like this is reality, and friendships are messy, same as relationships. Like it's just a different form of relationship. And I've struggled with relationships my entire life. I also have very, very good close friends. The issue is that they're worldwide. So my best friend lives in California. My other best friend lives in Croatia. Like I literally would like one friend in Chicago that could say, hey, do you want to feel like going for a walk or a cup of coffee? Or let's, just chat. And I don't have that. I don't know how to have that because I work 60 hours a week and I work from home. So I don't have that ability to interact. Whereas in her video, she's just talking about, she's got a fiance, like, she has family, she has all of these opportunities to invest in friendships if she chose that to be her focus. And I don't think, for me personally, that's relatable, because my focus right now is on building that tribe and that community. And I don't currently have that even to start. So I'm like, how does one make friends if you cannot do it organically? And for some, it might have been easier when they were in school. Like, you meet people in your class, or you meet people in groups that you belong to. But as an adult who's working full time in a very stressful world that we are all currently surviving in, how do you build that friendship? So I didn't really care for the video very much, but that's, again, just my opinion.
I know there are other opinions. Go ahead and jump in.
I just wanted to add on to what Erin was saying, because I'm also, it's very difficult for me. I just moved back into New Jersey. New Jersey's my home, and my best friend lives 20 minutes away now, but it's non-existent because she's with her boyfriend all the time. And so I'm just by myself. I'm divorced. And so it's very hard for me to actually meet other people, other women my age, especially women of color. And because of also, the political climate that we're in, to me, it's very important for me to have that camaraderie, with women of color. So it's very different being back in my home state and not feeling like I'm home, outside of the Philadelphia region. So I'm in Trenton, right outside of Philly. So, but it's been difficult, and it's only been 6 months since I've been here, and I've just been pretty much staying in the house.
Curly, I think you're about to say something.
Yes, I'm so sorry. So my name is Curlay, and I agree with everything that was said with women. I think
Uh-oh, I think we're losing you.
not so much the video, the feedback I'm getting. I do have. Okay, I'm so sorry because I'm driving.
Uh-oh. Yes, I heard you were driving.
Maybe we
We'll
lost
wait
her.
till you get to a better place. Anybody else want to comment on it?
I'll go.
Okay, Ivy.
I am, I would say about the video, I couldn't relate because of her age too. I am in my mid 50s. And most of my friends, because I relocated a while ago, are people that I met through my husband's, like husbands' wives. And I've always, in Pennsylvania, I had my girl tribe. That's where I was before. And it's been really difficult here trying to find my own tribe, not one that you become friends because they're your husband's friends' wives, and sometimes you think we together because we're forced to be together kind of thing. It's not, that you really click, you just go to a lot of events together as couples, but it's not the dynamic that I had before where, they were my girls kind of thing.
Got it. Okay, so let me point out what I wrote down when I was listening to the video of hers. Do you have someone that reaches out to you regularly to hang out? Is the person you consider your best friend also considering you her best friend? How are you working on your relationships with women right now? Should we work as hard at our friendships as our romantic relationships? Did you think you would have a girlfriends / Sex in the City type group of ladies in your life? Have you ever talked about your friends in therapy? Like when you were talking to your therapist, did you ever talk with a therapist about a friendship issue that you were having? Have you ever cried over a friendship? So those are some questions that you can answer as we break up into our one-on-ones. You're going to have about 5 minutes to chat with one other lady here. It'll just be the two of you. You can talk about anything, of course. It doesn't have to be this topic. But I'm going to break you up randomly. Now, when you get into your breakout room, if the person doesn't say anything, because I know people step away from their computers or their phone during these, then just come back out to the main room where I'll be. But there's 30 people, so we're going to have 15 breakout rooms. And again, it's just going to be for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back together. So hold on, you'll see your breakout room on the side. Okay, I have opened all rooms. Sometimes it takes a minute to show up in the corner. And I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. Do you see it yet? I don't see it yet either. It takes a minute sometimes. All right. Okay, so within 10 seconds, you should see your breakout room. There it is. All participants have been invited to join the breakout room. All right, go ahead. And in 5 minutes, I'll bring you back. All right, I'm gonna put you in a room. Tanya, your person is coming now. Oops, let's see. I'm gonna move Erica. I'm gonna put you in room 1, and then I'm gonna move 2 of you out. How about that? Tanya, Tanya, you didn't join your room yet. Okay. Michelle and iPhone. All right, I'm looking at 4 people, including myself. Michelle, iPhone, and Aaron. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Aaron, was there no one in your room?
So there was nobody in my room, and then iPhone joined, and I tried talking to iPhone, and then iPhone left. So
Got it.
I
Okay.
came back to you.
Thank you. Good coming back. I don't hear anything from iPhone. iPhone, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi. Oh,
I'm
hello.
sorry. I'm still at work, so I can't. I'm just listening.
Got it. No problem. Okay, just listen. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michelle, can you hear me?
No, I think Michelle just left.
Okay. Maybe someone else who's in a position where they can't talk. I know people driving. Curley was driving. Sometimes people are out and about but still trying to participate, which I like that they're trying to participate.
Yeah.
Oh, here she is again. She's in the waiting room. Here she comes. Okay. Michelle,
It
Michelle.
froze. It froze.
Oh, it froze. Oh, yes, buffering. Okay, there you are. All right, well, we have 2 minutes to chat. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend?
Very stressful. Getting
A
better.
stressful weekend? Oh no. Why was it stressful?
I have been struggling and I'm not doing very well. And then I had some health problems.
Yes.
And I was finally getting better with that. And then somebody stole or attempted to steal my catalytic converter. So I haven't been able to leave the house since June 30th. And
oh my goodness.
because I'm on my own, like I don't even have somebody that could drive me to the grocery store. So I haven't been able to do anything. And it's just, it feels like the universe is just like, well, let's throw one
Conspiring
more bad
against you.
thing at
Yes.
you.
Feels
I'm
like everything is conspiring against you.
I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
so I'm just, you know, taking it and doing what I can and figuring it all out, getting through the day.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And what area are you in again?
Chicago.
Okay, you're a Chicago person.
Mhm.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear not going well at the moment. The good
At the
thing about
moment.
life is things change. You have your ups and you have your downs, and downtimes are horrible when you're going through them. And then when you come out of it and you look back, you've learned something, you've gotten
Mhm.
stronger usually. You're better
Exactly.
equipped to handle things. Yeah, there's so many.
100%. I keep hearing about those good times and I can't wait for them to
You're like,
happen.
where are they though? Yes, they're coming. They're coming. I feel for you. So no family there in Chicago with you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't have any family here where I am either until recently. I now have a nephew who moved to the Maryland area because the woman he married was from Baltimore.
Nice.
So now I have, you know, it is different when you don't have any family around you. You have to depend more on your friends and coworkers and acquaintances and neighbors.
And if you don't have any of those either, it makes life hard.
Well, you have to have neighbors because you can't live off on an island by yourself.
I know, but to try to get any of them to realize that I would like to be their friends is very challenging. I'm really like short of making up flyers that will say, please talk to me, be my friend.
Wow.
It's everyone sticks to themselves. They, you know, they already have their own family and friends and aren't looking to be friends that, you know, lonely spinster lady.
Oh, wow. So I guess you're also not a part of a church.
Correct. I am
Yes, 'cause
spiritual. I'm not
usually-
religious.
Got it. Usually churches are also able to provide help of that nature when people need something. So, okay.
Yeah. And I'm an avid volunteer, but that's the other thing is like I spend all of my time giving to others. None of them realize like, hey, let's invite her over for dinner
Wow.
sometime. Like there's no crossover. It's
There's
just
there's no reciprocation. That you're the
No.
volunteer, but nobody is volunteering to help
all of my
you.
interactions with people are transactional. I don't know how to bridge that into a social life. All my social life is completely virtual. This is virtual. Like everything I do is virtual. I don't know how to interact with real people.
Wow.
Not to say you guys aren't real, but
because we definitely are.
If I turn off my computer, you all go away.
You should definitely join our Overcoming Health Challenges too, because that's where we talk about what medical issues we're having. I had surgery last year to remove a large fibroid. And that was my challenge. I was out of work for a month, but I know that there are so many of you with more serious and chronic illnesses in some cases, and you really don't have a support group or an outlet to vent or to talk about it. So that is one thing that we have here at Friendship Mixers, support. Oh yeah, someone's saying they have fibroids too. Yes. So I don't have them anymore because they were removed, but I had them removed in 2013. And then I had them removed last year. So they can come back, unfortunately. All right. So how was that for you all? I hope that you connected with your person. Did anybody have any real connections? Like you found out you had something in common? Anybody want to share? All right, Patricia, go ahead.
Yeah, so in my group, I think the first thing that we hit off was that we don't believe in one-sided relationships. So if someone isn't calling or texting you, that's not a relationship anymore. You need to find a new one. There are billions of people on earth. Find someone who will support you, care for you, because I know you're doing it for them. That's why we don't believe in one-sided relationships.
Yes, very good. Love it. I felt like before the pandemic, I was the one that was always organizing our brunches or whatever I would be doing with my friends. And I was so glad that just last week, one of my girlfriends, she said, hey, our birthdays just passed. Mine was on July 5th and hers is June 30th. And she said, let's get together and celebrate both of our birthdays. And I think in the past, I would have been the one that had to suggest that. So I felt like she stepped up and we got together at a seafood restaurant last Thursday. All right, we're gonna do this one more time where you're gonna have 5 minutes with another young lady here, even though some of us are in our 50s. I just turned the big 50. I cannot believe it. But you know, time flies, and what can you do? The alternative is to not keep living, and we don't want to stop living. So hey, I'm in the 50 club. All right, so I'm going to break you out one more time for 5 minutes. Recreate the rooms, and this is all automatic. I'm not assigning you. And if nobody is in your room, just come on back out and chat with me. Okay, it goes faster the second time. There's your breakout room. We have 5 minutes. And this time I'm going to set the timer because I forgot to last time. All right, 5 minutes. And then we close out. All right, iPhone. I know you're just listening. Thanks for joining. Oh, and we also have Victoria. Uh-oh, somebody's in the waiting room too. Let me let her in. Hi, Victoria.
I was in the room alone, so I came back out.
Oh, okay, good. Nicole B.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
You got kicked out too. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's all right. You guys are with me. The only thing is it's recording what we say. So, so don't say anything too private. But how was your weekend? Uh-oh, we have some more people coming back in. So that means I can assign you all to another room. Hold on, wait a minute. All right. Let me oh, I see some people don't have a room. Okay. So let me do this. Nicole B. And who's by themselves? T and Victoria. All right, I'm gonna put you all.
Hold on. Ra and I got partnered together for the last one.
Oh, okay.
And then randomly got partnered together for the second one.
And I said recreate. Okay. Look at that. Never mind. Let's just stay together. Even though we could do 3 breakout rooms, just one person. How was your weekend? Anybody want to share?
Better than last weekend.
Was it better? Mine
Yeah.
was fabulous. I had a great one, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I went out to a party and it was supposed to be a dance party, but the music wasn't that good. Like it wasn't that good for
So
dancing.
nobody was dancing?
Nobody was dancing, but I got to meet some new people and hang out with some other friends.
Yeah, great. Parties are nice. I haven't been to that's not true. I went to a housewarming recently, and that was a home party. but it was just mainly eating and touring the beautiful home. It was a townhouse, but it was so nicely decorated and so nicely done and brand new. So, what about the rest of you? How was your weekend? Anything
I'm
special happening?
area, so I spent the weekend just like running myself in and out of meetups because I'm trying to meet people. So I went to a mixer, I went to I can't even remember. I went to like 2 or 3 or 4 things between Thursday and Sunday.
Nice.
So I've just been in and out or online, and I went to a game thing online. And so, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Well, did you connect with anybody? Do you feel like you did make some new friends?
It's interesting. I will meet people there, we'll have a nice conversation, but then it seems like after that, it doesn't progress into anything. And so I was just telling the lady that I was with before that's what I'm finding here is I'm going to events that I meet people, but then nothing comes after that. So I said, I guess I have to keep going to events.
And it does take time, especially as you get older. When you're younger, and I think she was saying that in the video, when you're younger and you're attending all this stuff, you kind of like have a ready-made group because you're all going to happy hour or you're all going to whatever. And then as you get older, it does take a little bit more time to actually really connect with the women that you are meeting. We have our private platform. And that's one of the reasons why I post the question of the week and different things so that we're able to answer questions and get to know each other, but it still takes time. So you can't rush those things. Yeah, you can't rush them. Hopefully you'll run into the same people as you continue to go to events with one of the meetups. And then, you'll start saying, oh yeah, I remember you. You're the one who likes to garden. And, you talk about that. And then as time goes on, you start to feel like you really know the person, but you can't rush the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that 5 minutes already? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm closing all. Sorry, whoever was about to say something. I'm going to close all the breakout rooms and have them all come back, and then we'll close out. We only do this for an hour. So we're going to wrap up with just a few closing comments and tell you what we have coming up next. Yeah, that's 5 minutes. Wow. All right. They're slowly coming back in. Oh, they have 20 more seconds. Okay. I hope the rest of you had a good weekend as well. They go by so quickly. But we did just have a long one, a holiday weekend.
Kiki, can you recommend something for the ladies to do who are lonely?
You're already doing it. You're attending things like this, or you're going to talk with at least one other person here and hopefully make a connection. And I was just telling Victoria that it takes time. She was saying that she went to some events this weekend to try to meet people. And yeah, that's how it happens. You have to keep coming back because just meeting them once may not spark a real connection. It's just your first meeting. It's like dating someone. The first day, you're just learning the basics about them. You don't really know enough to know if this could be a long-term relationship. Sometimes it takes 3 dates before you say, well, yeah, this is a cool guy. Maybe, I could see. It's the same way with friendship. I feel like it's that way with friendship as well, especially as you get older, because now you know what you're looking for in a friend, hopefully. And we'll talk about that at future meetings. What are you looking for in a friendship or in a friend? But you have to build little by little, getting to know the person, going a little deeper as time goes on. And that's what we're going to talk about next month. Transparency and friendships. because I guess some friendships stay surfacey. You know, you don't go really deep with some people because you don't trust them to keep your secrets or keep your information. I see someone is putting their phone number in the chat. You can do that. I don't recommend you do that, especially when we're recording. But we also want to continue doing in-person events where you are, and that's where you can exchange numbers with the people that you want to have your phone number. When you put it here, everybody sees it, unless you actually select you can direct message people through the chat, select that person's name and send it directly to them. Okay, so as we close out, are there any closing comments? I'm going to also tell you what we have coming up next in Friendship Mixers. Joy mentioned the Atlanta chapter is getting together. I think this coming weekend, right? Let me show you our private platform so you can see some of what we have coming up. Now, this is for our official members, and you can become an official member by going to friendshipmixers.com, like we said in the beginning. But here's our private platform. This is where I post the question of the week, where the ladies can comment on it. Up here where it says 1, that means someone has actually, hey, Carla has sent me a private message where I'll read that later when we're done. Up where the bell is, that's where you can see notifications, where you can see everything that has been commented on or what's been posted. We also have our membership. If you click on members over here, you can see everyone who's a member and a little bit about them if they've written something. And I really encourage you guys to actually write down a little bit about you so that the ladies will know more. And then our groups are listed, which are our tribes. Some people like to knit. We talked about the wine. We talked about the book lovers club, and then our event page actually lists what's coming up next for each tribe or chapter. This is tonight's meeting. We have our workouts every day at noon. Looks like Boston is having an estate planning webinar that we can all attend. Curlay posted it from the Boston chapter, but it's a webinar, so that means we can all come. We are going to the movies in the DC area. There's an online yoga class that Curlay posted. Our natural hair care tribe is meeting on Saturday at 7, and that's also virtual. Oh yes, here's the Atlanta chapter friendship brunch. Thank you, Joy. I wish I could come for it. I know Joyce Meyer is going to be there later this month too, and I wish I could come for it, but we're going to do the DC chapter is going to see Joyce Meyer in Hershey, Pennsylvania, because that's the closest she's coming here, but that's in November. So, all right, we are actually at the top of the hour. We like to just be 1 hour. It's almost 8 or 7 if you're in Chicago. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming. Hopefully you connected with someone here. If not, next month we'll be back. So come on back and connect again, build that way, and before you know it, you'll have a group of friends. All right, have a good night, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
See you soon.